just going to get going on some ham fried rice for dinner. And I thought I would show you how quick and easy it is to make this super quick dinner using leftover ham. So I made a ham 2 days ago. We had leftovers in eggs yesterday, and we're doing leftovers in ham fried rice today, and I'm going to freeze the rest because I made some broth and we'll have soup maybe next week with it. So I have going, this is my wok. It is from Nordic Ware. It's made in the US. You can just use a saute pan if you don't have a wok. And I know that the way I'm going to do this is not traditional. This is my version of it. And so if you make stir-fried rice or fried rice a different way, that's fine. This is how I do it. So I'm actually going to cook up my eggs first because I find that is the easiest and I'm not having to take out all the veggies and all that good stuff. So I am just going to add just a teeny bit of some sesame oil, sesame seed oil. This is really what gives your fried rice the fried rice taste, so don't skip out on the oil. So I'm going to cook up my eggs first. And I did 3 eggs this time, just because it stretches the ham farther by having another protein in there, and eggs are good for you. So I did 3 eggs, and I'm just going to scramble them up in my pan first. So while that's cooking, I'll tell you kind of some of the other stuff that I've got going. So in my rice cooker, I just cooked up some organic jasmine rice that I get from Azure Standard. The brand is Lundberg brand, and you can find it elsewhere. Just the cheapest to buy it in bulk from Azure. And then I got my little cutting board here ready with all my ingredients. So I've got leftover diced ham. So I just stored it in my mason jar. I've already told you about the sesame seed oil. I've got about a cup of diced carrots and peas. These come frozen. I also get them in my Azure Standard order. I've got 3 tablespoons of low sodium soy sauce. Just some onion powder, a half a cup of corn. This would not traditionally be in fried rice, but you can throw in any veggies that you have on hand. So I'm going to throw some corn in there just for a sweet factor. I've got some finely diced organic onion. This is also from Azure Standard. A little bit of green onion that I diced. I didn't do a lot because my kids don't really like it. And then 2 cloves of minced garlic, organic. That is also from my Azure Standard order. So I get a lot of this from my Azure Standard order if you haven't figured that out already. So if you don't know what Azure Standard is, you can go to my highlights and I've got some more information about it there, but it's basically a way to get organic, non-GMO, excellent quality products to you without having to have a membership or minimum orders, things like that. You do pay a shipping fee because it is brought to your town or somewhere near you on a big semi, but it's very reasonable. It's a certain percentage of your order. If you use my link, you can create an account, you can go on and you can see where your nearest drop is and what the percentage is. So very, very, very easy to do. Okay, so I've got my egg all cooked up here, and I'm just going to go ahead and put it in my bowl off to the side, and then I'm going to get my veggies going. And traditionally you would like scramble the egg in there while the rest of it's in there, but I don't like to do it that way. I feel like it just gets absorbed by the rice, and I'm just not that talented. Okay, so I'm going to turn my heat down a little. I'm going to add a little bit more sesame seed oil for my veggies. And we're going to go ahead and throw in the onions and the garlic. So put my onions in there. This is also a great way to use up leftover rice. If you are like, I don't know what to do with this rice. Because you can add in veggies and meat and really stretch a small amount of rice farther too if it's just leftovers. So we're just going to saute that up there. While that's sauteing, I'm going to tell you that if you are watching this on YouTube, I do these live on my Instagram. I go as often as I can live. Sometimes it's a lot, sometimes it's infrequent. It just kind of depends on life, but I try to go live and kind of show you different dinners. I do my grocery hauls, I do all that kind of stuff. So if you want to join me on Instagram, it's Her Hearts at Home, and I will share that in the description, as well as sharing my Azure Standard link. So if you want to check it out and you're on there. Otherwise, come find me on Instagram and you can see all about it in my stories. So just know that that's how that works. And if you're on Instagram, I will share a photo of this like I always do when we go to eat dinner. If you're on YouTube, I add it in at the end of the video. So roll in. This time of night is hard because there's a lot of people coming home and my dog thinks he's a guard dog, so he barks at everything. He is kind of big and scary, but okay. So I'm just sauteing up my onions, getting them soft. I'm going to go ahead and add in my corn. And this is frozen. And I'm going to add in my peas and carrots. These are also frozen. And you could do fresh veggies if you want. You can do whatever veggies. You could do broccoli. You could do pea pods. I have done snow peas and sugar snap peas in here. You can kind of do whatever you want. Whatever floats your boat, you can put in here. It's a great way to get rid of leftover veggies that are sitting in the fridge if you have ones that are starting to go soft. Just going to wait for that to come back up. While that's going, I'm just going to go ahead and sprinkle on a little bit of the onion. I know there's onion in there, but I also like the granulated onion. My kids don't love when I put onion in things, so I try not to add in like large amounts of them. So the onion powder gives the good flavor without having the pieces of the onion. So yeah, if you are looking for a wok and you want one that's made in the US, check out Nordic Ware. That's where I actually got this one from Costco, but the brand is Nordic Ware. Alright, so now that that's cooking down a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and add in my minced garlic. And I know some of this is kind of boring to sit here and watch, but there's really no other good way to show you guys. It's not really one that I can break up any other way than what I already have. And since I'm going live, I can't really piece together videos. So, alright. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add in my chopped ham. Now I did not add any additional salt to this at all because for one, ham is really salty and we're using soy sauce. So it's a weird piece of ham. Okay, so I didn't add in any salt to this just because there's a lot of salt going on here already. If you want to, you certainly could salt it, but I think ham's pretty salty on its own, and then you add in the soy sauce. So we're basically, the ham is already cooked, so we're just heating it and heating those veggies. If you're watching live, what are you having for dinner? I love to hear what you guys are having. It's always fun to hear what other people are making and creating in their kitchen. I am very much a fly by the seat of your pants, use what you have. I like to just grocery shop and then make things up with the things that I've purchased that are on sale or marked down or just stocking, whatever it might be. I do follow recipes sometimes, but not all the time. This one is just a throw everything in a pan, season it how you like. Fried rice, you can't really go wrong. And thankfully these little veggies don't take too terribly long. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and add my rice in there. So I've already got it cooked up, and like I said, this is just some organic jasmine, I think. I don't know. I don't use particular rices for particular things. I just buy what my family likes to eat, and I make every recipe out of those rices. So I got this from Azure Standard. It's organic. Rice is really dirty, so if you can get it organic, it's really better. I prefer U.S. grown rice. The Lundberg ones are, so that's why I like to get that. I have seen it at Fresh Time. I've seen it at Cub Foods. I think I've even seen it at Walmart. So you can get good U.S. grown organic rice just at your regular stores too, if you can't do Azure Standard. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add in my soy sauce. Like I said, this is low sodium soy sauce. You can add in more if you like. I just start out with that because 3 tablespoons is a fair amount, but you could add in more if you want, if it's not salty enough to your liking. And then I'm going to add in just a teeny bit more of the sesame seed oil, just a few little sprinkles, and then I'll mix it all up again. Like I said, this is really what gives you that stir-fry taste. Sesame oil is a good one to have on hand. It's expensive, but if you use it sparingly, it's kind of nice to have it on hand. Alright, and then the last thing I'm going to do is go ahead and add in my eggs that I've cooked up. And I kind of stopped them like just before they were like totally cooked because I knew they were going to cook a little longer in here. So it's kind of amazing that this was originally just 1 cup of uncooked rice. And you can see here that it very quickly filled this pan once I threw in those veggies and the ham and all the other goodies that are in here. So obviously, like I said, I know this is not probably traditionally how you would use a wok. This is how I'm using a wok. You can just use a saute pan. That's how I did it for many years. I just happened to find this for like super cheap, like 15 bucks or something at Costco. So that's why I bought it, just because it was dirt cheap. Anyways, let me show you what I got going on here. So that's what it looks like. We'll serve it with some fruit, and that will be dinner tonight. So thank you so much for joining me. If you're on YouTube, stay tuned because I will share a photo of it. Oh, my green onions. I forgot about those. I'm going to sprinkle those on when it's all done. But if you're on YouTube, make sure you stick around when I end this video because right after that I'll show a photo of it. If you are on Instagram and you want to see the completed dinner, come back to my page on my story feed or my news feed, whatever, my thing. It will be, a photo will be there for you to see what I did. So I hope that is helpful to you in coming up with a quick and easy meal, and I hope you guys have a great night and blessings.